Good morning, guys. Actually, I don't even know what time this is going to be posted. So, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening. I don't really know. I just woke up and washed my face, my face is super dry. I don't even really know what compelled me to make this video today, but here we are. So I just wanted to talk to you all about something that I have experienced in my life. So a lot of you may not be aware, but there actually is a illness, a pregnancy illness that I have dealt with throughout my life. I have 4 children. And I feel like I first experienced it when I was first pregnant at 16, but really could not identify because I didn't have any business being pregnant. But I was first diagnosed with it at 21 when I was pregnant with my second child. And I was diagnosed with hyperemersis. I believe the last part of it is gravidarum or garvidarum. And in short, it basically is a severe pregnancy illness. So, the best way to explain it would be morning sickness times 10, all day, every day. And it can sometimes last for the duration of your pregnancy, whereas morning sickness, sometimes it subsides after a while. So, again, like I said, I don't really know what necessarily compelled me to want to speak about it today, but one thing that I guess drove me today was the fact that there's really not enough research on it. So if you're looking for a technical definition for it, states that it's a severe type of nausea, vomiting during pregnancy. It's not even classified as morning sickness because of how severe it is. I've been hospitalized several times for it, needing several IVs. I lost several pounds in each pregnancy. I think probably the most being somewhere around 50 to 60 pounds. My muscles and my body became so weak that I barely could talk. Sometimes I barely could walk. I barely could hold things up. I vomited to the point that, I've started to vomit blood, or blood would come out my nose. I busted blood vessels in my eyes before, just from the extreme vomiting. And then just other things that it has triggered, like gestational diabetes. Even though you can barely eat, sometimes when you find that one thing that just settles on your stomach, you continuously eat it because that is your safe food, but it's not always necessarily good for you. And so it's triggered gestational diabetes. In my last pregnancy, which was my 4th pregnancy, my gestational diabetes was really bad that I had to take insulin. No matter how much I tried to control it by eating better and monitoring it, it just was something that I could not control. So again, I really don't know what compelled me to actually make this video, besides the fact that I just feel like it's not enough research being done about it. It's so funny because they make it seem like it is a rare disease, but quite a few women have it. I'm in a few communities on social media where women have this. I'm in some communities where it's not related to pregnancy at all. And these women have symptoms of this disease. They haven't been diagnosed yet, but there's not enough research on it. And doctors don't even sometimes know how to diagnose it. And so these women are left kind of hanging in the balance. And so hyperemesis, it not only triggers you to be physically ill, but I feel like it's also had an effect on my mental state, because there was a time when I was severely sick and I don't think anybody believed the severity of it. I think that a lot of people believe that I was quote unquote being dramatic, when in reality, not all pregnant women can just eat, and maintain the sustenance for themselves and their babies. And I think, especially in the Black community, because it's so unheard of, when you tell someone that you can't keep any food down while you're pregnant, it's just like, no one, they can't conceive the notion. So I just went through a period where I felt alone, and felt like nobody had my back, because this was something that was unfamiliar to people. Because, what's the common saying? Eat as much as you want. You're pregnant, you're eating for two. But what happens when you can't eat enough for yourself and you can't eat enough for your baby? Your baby isn't taking as much nutrients from you as they possibly can, and then that leaves you depleted because you didn't have enough to even give to your baby. So I don't know, I think I might, make a series of this and talk more about hyperemesis. But I do think that there needs to be a lot more awareness around it. I've actually delivered 4 children, but I've been pregnant more than 4 times. But as a result of having hyperemesis, there were times where I decided to terminate a pregnancy because my situation didn't allow me to go through hyperemesis and be sick and not being able to function and being able to care for my family. There were times where, unfortunately, I was so ill that I ended up losing, a baby because I couldn't, physically hold the baby because of the symptoms that hyperemesis, creates for you. But I really, really, really would like them to take the word rare disorder from it, and that's what it's defined as, is a rare disorder. I also, to an extent, would like them to state that it's treatable. It's not necessarily treatable. It's something that can be controlled. But again, I've had it confirmed in 3 pregnancies, which means that it continuously comes back. So if it continuously comes back, then I don't think treatable is necessarily the correct word. Now, I'm not, a medical professional, but if it's like an outbreak. If it continuously comes back, I don't necessarily know if I would consider it treatable, but maybe it can be controlled. I don't know. Again, I don't really know the correct term for it, as I'm not a medical professional. But I have seen a lot of cases where some of the treatment options don't even work. I know a lot of the treatment options that I was given, it never worked. So in that case, I just went without the medication that was given, because the hassle that your health insurance company gives you for the little bit of medicine that barely works, it's pointless. So I just developed a lot of mechanisms and a lot of things to help me through each pregnancy, which through each pregnancy it progressively got better because I was familiar and I knew what to do. But when you have hyperemesis, you're just downright miserable. I mean, I don't really know any other word or any way to put it. You're just downright miserable. So I think that is my first video in regards to hyperemesis. There is so much more that I can talk about, that I will talk about on this channel with you all. But again, I just felt compelled because it was on my mind today, and it was on my mind hard today. Maybe because it's dreary outside. It's very dreary where I am. Yeah, so I mean, if you like this video, thumbs up. Comment if you've experienced it. Comment, put your story and your personal experience below. I would love to hear it, and I'm sure it will help others. Anyway, guys, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video.